It's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group. You are thebroker.com and Home Care Access. My pronouns are still slim and sexy. I still self-identify as a 20-year-old male. I'm down a pound, down to 219 pounds, 6'4". I identify as being the body weight of 219 pounds. And I'm an Olympic athlete. I haven't picked a sport yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I was looking at different options of what I think I'm going to do in the Olympics. I was thinking about curling. I thought maybe that'd be a little too much over the top, a little too much back strain, hip action. I'm not sure, so I don't know. I'll make that decision of which sport I'm going to do in the Olympics as we get closer to the Olympics. I got time. It doesn't matter. Whatever I identify as, that's what it's going to be. But I'm traveling back to the communist state of New York and had a little time, so I was just reading through a ton of stuff that my peeps shared for me. But I wanted to read you part of an email that we got from one of our Latinas, one of our hot-blooded Latinas. Tanya, I'm talking about you. She says, "Hi, my wonderful peeps. Hope everyone is well. When you want you to know that we still watch all the videos. Sometimes it's like binge watching because I do it a few at a time due to the crazy summer. Boss man, we are working private pay with 3 senior centers and end up sometimes having to contact other providers to pick up slack for me, and I pay them to do the ride. I feel like a broker, laugh out loud. Question to the man. Senior centers are starting to get back to normal activities in which they take the seniors on activities. 2 centers have asked about providing them with services of taking full vehicle capacity, the seniors from the centers to outings. Do we do this as a flat rate or do we charge per person? Do we wait or do we have them give us a schedule? I would like to know what is the standard for the industry in these cases." We visited one of the centers from the market analysis that Dawn sent us, and they started to send the information to other centers who started to contact us. One of the other centers that we went to already had text and emails with our information from the other centers not affiliated to them. They told them we were very reliable and responded quickly. Information about us was shared throughout the centers with the activity directors, the discharge, and admissions. One center was amazed that as a small business, we were able to provide stretcher, wheelchair, and ambulatory. Thanks for helping us when we decided to purchase our first van as a combo. Wanted to let you know we are getting ready to purchase another van, thinking this one may not need to be stretcher since it does take up room we can use for ambulatory if we do the activities transportation for senior centers. What are your thoughts? Also, our website, we built their website for her. Also, our website says stretcher transportation coming soon. May we ask your media team update the information because we provide stretcher. We have been transporting stretcher since the get-go. As a matter of fact, our first ride was a private pay, the hospital discharge going from blank to blank, almost 200 miles. We charge per mile plus the pickup, plus the round trip assist. We charged $1,650. They took it in a heartbeat. So I've been thinking ever since that we didn't charge enough. Dude, I talk a lot or type a lot in this case. Tanya. So Tanya, so I'm just reading this now, Tanya, but I know that my peeps responded to you, so that's great. So my peeps responded to her and broke things down for Tanya, our little hot-blooded Latina, for which Tanya responded to Dan. Dan, thanks for taking the time to get back to me. Very helpful information and gives me a better idea of how much we can charge. I looked at the site's updates because our media guys already did the changes, and it looks good. You guys are awesome. I think I have never worked with anyone before that is so quick on the draw. Outstanding work ethics and customer service. Y'all take care of yourselves. Tanya, our hot-blooded Latina. So I won't talk politics because Craig from Cali told me that he doesn't know what's bigger, my ego or my fat head. He's very science phobic. And he told me to stay the F-U-C-K out of politics because I don't know what the F-U-C-K I'm talking about. But to talk about our little hot-blooded Latina for a minute, here's someone who family comes from one of those communist countries. Now she lives in very much of a free state. And if we were to talk politics, she would tell you, you loon tunes are flipping crazy. Here it is, our little hot-blooded Latina is doing well, doing the American dream. Absolutely love it, man. Love working with people like that. But hey, White Walkers and all you White Walker advisors, I'm just asking questions. I'm not involved in anything. I'm not going to give out information anymore. I will let the gurus, the experts, I will let the White Walker advisor, all the freebie experts, I will let them answer the questions. So White Walker advisors, all of you in your group chats, all of you experts who continue to drive, how would you advise her? How would you charge for these? How would you charge for that? How would you handle it that she's in a big market. She's in a big market and can't keep up with demand, and she's actually having to sub while she's working to increase her own capacity. How do you advise her to do that? How would you White Walker advisors, all you freebie experts giving out all that stuff in the chat rooms, even though you're driving yourself, you're teaching people how to grow and scale while you drive yourself. How about got a great dude, funny as heck. He's out in the People's Republic of Cali, communist. I think I've talked about him a couple times before. I know I have. I think I have in my videos. So purchased an existing business. Been in the marketplace a long time. Purchased the business about $1 million a year, just over $1 million a year. All Medi-Cal, all broker work into transition. Dozen vehicles, dozen employees. White Walker advisors. What would you do? How would you advise them? What would you do? We got him hooked up. So now his website is optimized, doing well. He's starting to get regular private pay calls now, asking questions about how does he transition that? What's the workflow look like? How does he start to transition his employees who he inherited when he purchased the business? White Walker advisors, how would you handle that? Any thoughts? I'm just asking questions. I mean, for security purposes, I'm not going to give advice anymore. You know, if I put anything up there, I'd have to redact it. I don't want to redact it. I'm simply asking questions. So how would you handle it? How would we, kind of similar to what I talked about in my previous video, how would we handle that liability-wise? How would we handle that? In the previous video, we talked about my other client provider, ironically enough, from the communist state of Cali, who got that lawsuit, got notified of a lawsuit from a year ago. So let's use that as a backdrop. Let's look through that lens. How are you gonna, you White Walker advisors who are just absolute resident experts in the group chats, how would you advise people? What would you do? How would we be able to help this client provider transition? We got to transition the whole business. We got to transition it from being 100% Medi-Cal and broker work to we want to go private and contract. And this guy's sitting in a hotbed of a market. Don, Dan, and Charlie are working on his market analysis. They said this is probably going to be that biggest market analysis they've ever done. And they're like going in like a 15-mile radius. And there's like just buku targets. And He purchased this business. The business has been around for, I'm not going to say because it would be too revealing, but it's been around a long time. And the previous owner never did anything with it. Nothing. Didn't even scratch the surface. Just sat back. Medi-Cal, let me be subservient to you. Let me bend the knee to you, Medi-Cal. Let me bend the knee to you, the brokers. Whatever you give me, I'll take. Only doing ambulatory, only doing wheelchair, never doing gurney work. Conversely, look at our hot-blooded Latina, Tanya Latina, who ain't wasting her time with that nickel and dime stuff. Building her business the right way. Trust in the formerly known fat man, but now that I'm an Olympic athlete, going for gold, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom, down to 219. Goals to get down to 215, 4 more pounds. Gotta lose them. Gotta get down. Gotta be in shape. Gotta be a svelte 6'4", 215. 21 years old, perpetually. So White Walker Advisors, how would we advise my Cali? Got to transition. We have to transition everything. The market opportunity he has is too big, too huge. We got to transition everything because it's not stable. It's not, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Let's just ask the question, is that stable? Is that stable to be so dependent 100% on Medi-Cal, on brokers? Is that stable? White Walker Advisors, I'm asking you. The other day, as I was traveling out of state, I did a little loop-de-loo to hook up with some great couple. I won't mention their names. They're upstate. They're in my communist state of New York. They're upstate. Great couple. Met with them. Saw their operations. I'm going to share a picture of him with the vehicle. We just got him not too long ago. Beautiful vehicle. Great deal. It came from Ohio. There's not a speck of rust. If I was so motivated, I'd crawl under the vehicle because that's how good it looked, inside and outside. I could not find a speck of dust. But they went through that vehicle with a fine-tooth comb. It came out of Ohio. I mean, this thing is beautiful. This couple, happy as heck. This is their 5th vehicle. Had this very same conversation. Well, I'll ask questions. I'm not going to make statements. I'm going to ask questions. Where they were doing a lot of broker work, did a lot of mileage. They live in more of a rural area, so they're doing a lot of distance work. Mileage is working in their favor. They need to transition as well. So White Walker Advisors, how would you advise them? Went out to dinner with them, and someone they're hiring, bringing on, is their future director of operations. How do we start to transition them? Their community has about 30,000 people, but they take some people out of there, transport them to different places, but they do a lot of different business in bigger markets. So again, they travel quite a bit. A lot of you White Walker Advisors, how would you advise them, especially if their target areas, they gotta travel, let's say anywhere from 30 miles this way. This one, I think they told me was like 40 miles. There's one they go down south, that's almost like 2 hours. They go down there. White Walker Advisors, how would you advise them? What are your thoughts? Like, how would you advise them to improve their logistics? Oh, Popo's got him. How would you advise them to, because they're sitting on an empire, but we just got to be more sound and strategic with their logistics. They haven't even scratched the surface in some of those bigger markets. Haven't even begun to scratch the surface. How would you advise them? Looking for advice from the White Walker Advisors. So many different things to consider. And I'm simply asking questions. I'm trying to learn for myself because I just don't know. And we talked about some insurance related issues because again, we're changing up his fleet, diversifying. So insurance rates will change. Insurance stipulations, requirements are going to change. And I should have told him, you know what, go online, join some chat rooms, and follow the White Walker Advisors. Speaking of insurance, this is just a side note, and I'm just asking questions because I have people, I do a lot of research, some a lot of my own, some I have people who send me a lot of good stuff because they know I'm looking for certain things. And you know what's interesting? This is awesome. Did you know that right now there is a ginormous class action lawsuit that the life insurance companies are bringing against Big Pharma? I wonder why. This is kind of a side note. I wonder why. Anyone know? I mean, do you guys got life insurance policies for? Do you have life insurance policies for, you know, your spouse, possible business partners, things like that? Which, hey, White Walker Advisors, should you have life insurance policies for business partners? I don't know. I mean, how would you structure things, liability-wise, asset-wise? How would you do it? I don't know. I'm just simply asking questions. These are things that we should consider. I mean, so all the White Walker Advisors telling you to start your business, go get a used vehicle for $3,500. Grand, you probably can't insure it, but get it anyways. It sounds good because you're going to be helping people. You're going to be helping Mrs. Smith out of the nursing facility. You're going to feel really good about yourself. But then when you can't stay in business, you can't stay in operation, then what? But anyways, huge, ginormous class action lawsuit coming from life insurance companies against Big Pharma. Why? Any idea why? I'm just simply asking questions. I mean, what would have happened? What would have changed? What could someone have put in their body over the last 2 years? What could they have put in their body that could be racking up a death toll that now the life insurance companies are saying we're taking ginormous losses? We need to start suing the Big Pharma for this stuff. I don't know. I'm simply asking questions. The funny thing too is that the other one that's coming out is you have the auto insurance industry now is they're bringing a big class action lawsuit against Big Pharma. Did you guys see that one? So that one's coming out because now this one could more directly affect your business. I suspect. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to consult with some White Walker Advisors to get confirmation. But basically, what the auto insurance companies are doing, they, under similar reasons, they are going to be bringing a class action lawsuit against Big Pharma because they're saying that they shouldn't be covering drivers who took a magic elixir. I wonder. I'm just thinking outside the box here. Not trying to get political or anything, so don't worry about that, Craig from Cali. Any of the Loon Tunes, don't be offended. I'm simply asking questions. Could there be any type of a correlation there? I don't know. And if there is a correlation, I'm trying to think, could that affect my business? I wonder, could that affect my business? Could that affect my insurance? If I owned a medical transportation business, and I mean, does that affect me? I mean, if it's already, labor for any business, it's hard to get labor. And now, what if insurance companies are saying that they're not going to insure drivers who took the magic elixir? I don't know. I mean, could that affect me? What do you White Walker Advisors, what do you guys think? I don't know. I mean, how would you advise people with that? Whether you're doing NEMT, if you're doing home care, I don't know. But, it's funny. So when I was at dinner the other day about with that couple I was telling you about from the communist state of New York, when I was at dinner with them and their director of operations, he's like, hey, man, I want to learn more. I want to learn more about your broker business. Hey, if you guys want to learn more about the broker business, by all means, send us your questions. We'll be more than happy to help. And I'll start making more and more videos. I've just kind of let that go by the wayside in terms of making videos specifically for youarethebroker.com. But by all means, I have no problem, especially if I'm making videos while I'm driving, because I've been on the road quite a bit lately. So I don't have a problem with that. The good news is, with independent contractors, you don't have those type of complications. You don't have those type of problems. The other thing I want to mention, especially since we were talking about our hot-blooded Latina, market analysis. Some of you may have had a newsletter recently where we had we were giving out I'm not going to say it, we were giving out a free gift for those of you who were making your reservations for your market analysis. The reason we were doing that is because we're running way long on development and market analysis. And what happens all the time, people are going to wait till the end of the year. They're going to wait until November. They're going to wait till December, make the reservation. I want to start one-on-one. I want to get my market analysis. And we get log jammed at the end of the year every single time. It's like habitual. You see it coming. So basically what we did is we did a special promotion because we're 4 months out. And if we're running 4 or 5 months for development of a market analysis, we're trying to time this up a little bit better so we don't get that log jam at the end of the year because my people are already swamped as it is. So I'm not going to reiterate what we sent out in that newsletter, but for those of you, if you are serious about getting a market analysis sometime soon, the reason why I'm not going to mention it is because if you're watching this video months from now, I don't want you to contact us and start asking for it, but email us. If you're serious about a market analysis, email us. We'll see what we can do. We can get you this free material to help you get your business going. It's big. It's definitely big. So if you're serious about getting a market analysis, email us. If we're still doing it, we will offer that free material, free gift to you. Again, the reason I'm not saying it, I'm a terrible online salesman. Terrible. Don't ever follow the Joel Davis model of having a presence, having an online presence. Don't ever follow my model. Okay. I'm not politically correct. I'll talk about politics. I'll talk about religion. I'm painfully transparent to the point where it's detrimental to us because I don't care why. Boom, rich, free. Doesn't matter. I don't need to kiss anyone's butt. Boom, rich, free. So I can't stand that scarcity stuff. If you're interested in something, you got to purchase it right now. You got 2 hours and 13 minutes left. There's only four spots left. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. So, but the reason why I'm not mentioning what it is because if you're watching this video months later than when it was published, it's really not applicable. So if you are going to get a market analysis, email us and my people will get you the information, because if we're still offering that free resource, we will make sure that you get it. So I apologize for being a little cryptic in that, but again, it's simply because if you watch this video several months after the making of this video, it's really not applicable. And again, we're just trying to avoid that year-end crunch that creates a big log jam, and then people start complaining. Well, what do you mean it's going to take that long? Or what do you mean? Why do I gotta wait? Why can't I start? Why can't? Well, then call me right now. We're trying to avoid all that. So we're trying to spread things out a little bit better, because we're busy. God's blessed us, and we love working with all you guys. And it's tough. It's tough. I kind of troll and mock all these the White Walker experts, but man, again, I cannot stress to you enough the damage that we see from people who sign up with this stupid stuff, purchase the wrong vehicles, sign the stupidest agreements and contracts, waste money, waste time. And it's heartbreaking for a lot of people, especially if you're coming in this, you got to be very strategic, because you're not starting with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Your bank isn't unlimited. You're not like the federal government. You can't be writing hot checks out there. So you got to be much more strategic. So it's heartbreaking when you're working with these people. You're like, look, like the guy I mentioned a couple videos back, he followed that stupid advice. Start with a $3,500 vehicle or whatever. So he's like, okay, well, if I could do that, and I got a $30,000 budget, I'll just get 4 vehicles. And he spent like 27 or 29 grand on 4 vehicles, and he couldn't even insure any of them. Couldn't even insure them. They're aged out. Couldn't insure the vehicles. Absolute cluster F. And I mean, And then other people, so then you got the White Walkers. The White Walkers will consume, and hey, they like what we do. They may have emailed some questions back and forth with my peeps. They like what we do. Whether they outthink the system, they think they're smarter, they're going to do it their way, whatever. But what happens is they don't wait to actually engage us and retain our services until they've hit crisis mode. And then they hit crisis mode, they want us to wave the magic wand and try to fix the solution. Now, I'm good, but I mean, I'm not Jesus, that's for sure. I can't be fixing all that. So, I might be an Olympic swimmer. I haven't decided yet. I might be an Olympic swimmer, so I might be able to swim in water, but I'm not like Jesus. I can't be walking on the water. So, think it through, ladies and gentlemen. Think it through. And my question to all you White Walker advisors, what would you do with all the issues and stipulations? How would you advise my peeps? Just in the emails and scenarios I just shared with you right there, of people that we're working with right now, what would you do? How would you advise them? If they don't have questions, if someone can't answer those questions, man, don't go down that don't travel down that journey with them. They're gonna waste your time, money, and effort, and that creates more work for us, which is a problem. So, anyways, I can go on and on, but I'm gonna try to cut that short because now it's time for the formerly known fat man, now slim sexy, 219 pounds, 6'4", 21-year-old Olympic athlete, to go eat a very healthy meal. I think I'll have some nuts and berries. Sounds good. Nuts and berries. So until then, I'll see you at the top.
Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Let's go.